Before you make a claim on your homeowner's insurance, you should listen to this. A buyer that came to me that told me they wanted to purchase a house for between $500,000 and $600,000. And I approved them for this loan. Part of the approval is I give them a breakdown of their payment. That means I give them the principal and interest, the home insurance, the taxes, and if there's mortgage insurance, what I think that will be. Give them an estimate in the beginning because it's before they have a house, but they can have an indication of what the payment is. Guy finds a house. He actually goes under contract for $600,000, and I'm working my way through the contract, and it comes down to the time when we have to get home insurance, and so get a quote. The quote comes back at $5,200, and this kind of like stops me. This is a lot. So I tell my processor, let's get some other quotes. So she gets two others, one for $5,000 and one for $4,700. Now keep in mind, I've quoted this guy $1,800. Call up one of these insurance agents, and I'm like, what is going on? Why is this policy so expensive? And the insurance agent explains to me that there was a $15,000 claim. And I was like, was? So the way it was explained to me, or the way I perceived it, was the seller had put a claim against their house, and the buyer was going to have to pay a high insurance amount. So I was thinking to myself, well, if this is the case, the seller owes this buyer some money. This is not a fair deal. Call up the buyer's agent, and I'm like, what's going on here with your seller? Do they have some type of claim on the property? What happened? And I explained to him the whole situation, and he goes, wow. Calls the seller. He calls me back 15 minutes later and says, my seller's had no claims. There's nothing on this house. This is nothing to do with him. There must be an error. So I call the insurance person back, and I'm like, what is going on? The seller's had no claims. And then he looks it up a little further, and he says, the claim's not against the seller. It's against the buyer. The buyer that I'm helping? He goes, yes. I was like, I'll call you back. So I call up the buyer, and I'm like, did you have an insurance claim? And he goes, yes, recently we had an appliance leak in, and we had a $15,000 claim in the kitchen. You're in the insurance system now as a high-risk person. And this house that you're buying, they're giving us quotes based on you being high risk. So the $1,800 that I quoted to you is not going to be the insurance policy. The best price we can get is about $4,700. So this means two things for you. Number one, you're going to have to pay $240 more a month, and you're in that system for 3 years. But not only that, when we set up your escrow account for the insurance, it's about $3,000 more. So your cash to close has just gone up $3,000. I said, after 3 years, you can get a new quote and get re-rated, but that claim is affecting your payment going forward and your cash to close.